Alright, y'all, so I'm back with another My Perspective. So I want to make this the visit two. I just remember some things I want to talk about. So, yeah. Again, remember I was saying that my cousin Michael from Charlotte and shit came to visit. And, him and his boy and shit. So, I don't know, like I said, I can't assume that it was him, him that robbed me. But if so, their plan probably was to, him and his boy was to probably dump me somewhere, rob me, dump me somewhere or whatever like that. He had I guess a little motive or whatever, saying that his family was deceased and shit. When we went to go visit the house and, stuff like that. Or whatever, I don't know. People played dead or whatever, you know what I mean? Long story short, but I remember him telling me though that his sister-in-law was related to Chris from State Property. And so I don't know if this is the connection with Nipsey or whatever and the Boots, but I just remember that, you know what I'm saying? And I remember him telling me, he was saying that there was, a while back that they was related to this guy, this rapper and shit. I remember that, yup. I remember that, so, if the, if the shoe, if the foot, fits the shoe, that's what happened. You dig what I'm saying? And so, like in one of my episodes, I was asking, who is Nipsey? Where is he coming from? Where's this guy coming from? And shit, where's he coming from? But it seemed like the pieces of the puzzle starting to, come together and stuff like that, as you look at pictures and, so forth, on Facebook, social media and stuff like that, stuff started to come together. People start, giving you the shoulder and stuff like that, going about their business. They got better things to do and stuff like that. But it seemed like the pieces of the puzzle coming together and stuff like that. But I just remembered that. I forgot him telling me that, that rapper, from Philly and State Property or whatever, that's his cousin or whatever. And so, so that might be the connection there, with Nipsey. But like I said, I can't assume people. I can't assume them for the robbery and shit, because I don't know who did it. You know what I'm saying? Never find out who did that. I'm still trying to find out who did that. But, just on the safe side, just know who it is, You know what I mean? It doesn't hurt to find out who it is. It don't hurt to find out who it is, but truth be told, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that was it right there, man. I wanted to talk about that, but again, thanks for listening, and see you again another time.